welcome back to my channel. I thought I would show you what I've been working on lately and also what I bought on my recent trip to South Korea, to Seoul and Tokyo, Japan. And I'm sitting here with a basket full of yarn. These are all the yarns that I bought in Seoul in South Korea. And it's really funny. In one of the yarn cones, I can see now that there is still a sock. Tried to optimize when we were flying back because I had a lot of stuff, so all the space in my suitcase was needed. So apparently I've popped some socks in there. We went on this trip as our honeymoon. Me and Yuki, we got married in September. I guess that's late summer or early autumn. And then we, at the time, knew that we wanted to go on our honeymoon in the spring now. And I've always wanted to visit Japan, like ever since I was a child. I remember my dad, he went there for some work stuff and he came back with all kinds of trinkets and things, and I was just super fascinated. I've always been very fascinated with Japanese culture and the food and the aesthetics, and everything just seems to me just very, very fascinating. So I said immediately I want to go finally to Tokyo, Japan. And then we decided to also go to Seoul for a week, South Korea. We both also are really fascinated by that. None of us had ever visited before. So then it became like a city honeymoon, which it was really fun, really inspiring, very intense. Hello and welcome to Seoul. We have been here for about a week, me and Yuki. We're here on our honeymoon. We've had so much street food. We've been exploring the city, had so much coffee. There's like a cafe in every corner. And right now, this is our last day here, and I actually visited a yarn shop on the first day here. We kind of happened upon it a little bit by mistake, and I want to visit it for a final time. I'm gonna bring you with me, so let's go. Just been in Banul, standing right outside of it. It is truly such a beautiful shop. I bought a lot of yarn. I probably spent like an hour in there. I have this project that I kind of got the idea on the way here, and I bought yarn for, it's like a summer cardigan that I think I'm gonna start working on. And then I also bought a little bit more yarn to make some crochet bags. So I'm very, very happy with my purchases. The first yarn shop I went to was in Seoul in South Korea. I bought all of these yarns there. And one of the things that really struck me in Seoul in this beautiful shop called Banul was that the trend really there seemed to be, I don't know if it's always been or if it's just a current trend, crochet bags. And I was on board. So during our trip, I started to crochet 3 different bags, and I already had one crochet bag that I started here at home before. So wait, this is the first one that I started to crochet. Very fun to like knit with this kind of like it's like a cord, like very, very thick yarn. But as you can see, it's a little crooked. I'm not sure what happened. I was crocheting this when we were waiting in line to go to Seoul Tower and different things. So it's just like a little crooked. So even though this color is also, I like this color, but I must say this is also a color that is very seasonal. So like a few weeks ago, I was super excited about this color. Now, not feeling it so much, to be honest. And I mean, I just knitted this. This is the Arctic Light sweater. I just knitted something in blue, even though this is very different blue. I also had it with me on our journey. So yeah, I'm not really sure what the fate of this is going to be. Also, I ran out of yarn. I went to Banul again to get some more yarn, but they didn't have this color anymore. So this, not sure what is gonna happen with it, if I'm just gonna rip it out, do something else with it, or we'll see. I also, of that same yarn, it's also actually, this was also that same yarn. Can't remember what this was called, but I think I have a video where you can see what it's called. I also started to crochet like a much larger kind of bag, like in the round, and I thought this would be like a really nice project bag for my knitted works. Also went there back to get some more yarn for this. This was also out. So this one is also now a little bit of a question mark, because I don't think I'll have enough for like a full-sized bag. So not really sure. So then I also started a third bag, a little clutch. This was supposed to also be really quick to knit and crochet, and it was super quick to crochet. It's like this really thick. I have it in another color as well. Like this is really like, this reminds me of shoelaces. It's so thick. So it just was really quick to crochet this up. But you guessed it, I ran out of yarn. So I don't really have enough to make like a really chunky strap, which was what I had hoped to be able to make. So yeah, I kind of lost my mojo on that one as well. So me and crochet bags, it is a chapter that is ongoing. I am not gonna give up, especially since summer is right around the corner. So I'm definitely gonna finish this one, try to see what I can do with these other ones. And, on that matter, in Tokyo was more of like knitting and crochet books. I did go to one yarn shop there as well, which was called Walnut. I think it's the magazine Amirisu, their shop. Very cute, like super, very like a traditional kind of yarn shop, very cozy, and they had gorgeous yarns, also European yarns. But then I already had so much stuff, honestly, in my bag, so I didn't buy any yarn there. Kind of browsed around. I bought some small things like some stitch markers and stuff. But in Tokyo, I went to this huge bookshop called Kinokuniya, I think was the name. And they had a huge section with crochet and knitting books. So even though these are in Japanese, I bought them. So the first one I bought is actually a book with crochet bags. And these are, I don't know, like I just wanted to get them for the inspiration, because there are so many gorgeous ones. And even though I've crocheted for a long time, I think I can learn a lot from this book. I'd love to tell you what the name is, but I have honestly no idea, because everything is in Japanese. And then I got 3 other ones, like 2 of them are more like knit pattern books. Again, I'd love to tell you what they're called, but well, this one is called Natural Knit. Says in English there. Don't know what the publisher is, but it's called Natural Knits. And then this one, it says Knitwear Dressed in Various Ways. This kind of book. So I bought those just because I thought they were very inspiring. And the last one I bought is from, I think this is a publisher called Apple Mints. And it's very different. It has like different like stitch patterns, and yeah, I just thought it was like fun, like something to add to my library of knitting books. I go to them for lots of inspiration, and when I'm searching for a stitch or a texture for something, so got those. I mean, I could honestly have bought like everything in that section. There were so many gorgeous ones. And I mean, with Google Translate, like, or Google Lens or whatever it's called, I think I'm gonna be able to probably like figure out something at least. But yeah, that was definitely, I spent a good amount of time there in that bookshop in Tokyo. And these crochet bags, not sure exactly what the fate of these are going to be, but I'm gonna try. And oh yeah, all of these, I bought these like rainbow colored cotton yarns in Banul in South Korea, because I have this project in mind. I want to kind of create something with this. I have this cardigan in mind. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that or if I'm just gonna do like a short sleeve like top, but I'm definitely gonna do something with these. Just have to finish a couple other projects first. I'm working on 2 Salty Day sweaters, 1 Wishbone sweater that I really want to complete first before like starting to do summer knits, even though the temptation is very strong to start already. But I have so many projects that I've started that I haven't finished. I've just left them, so I'm feeling a little bit guilty for that. I've been in a season of just having like so many ideas, and then I want to try them out before I forget them, but it's really led to me like having, projects like in every corner. Here's the Wishbone sweater I'm working in, and this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous color. This is from Knitting for Olive. I think this is the color Nut Brown. And I am creating a full, or the reason I'm knitting it is because I'm doing a full tutorial for it, because I asked on Instagram some weeks ago if that is something that you or my knitting community on Instagram would be interested in a tutorial very much like the one that I did for the Arctic Light sweater. And the response was very positive, so I decided to do that. This time I think I'm going to do it only in one video, so the Arctic Light sweater knit along and the tutorials was in 3 parts, but I actually feel like it's maybe more useful to have it in one, even though maybe it will become a longer video, but then it's maybe just easier if it's something that you have to go back to and all that. So I'm gonna try to make it one video and see how long it will be. So yeah, and then I'm also working on the Salty Days sweater. Well, the pattern is almost ready, and then the video, so I could have those go live. Yeah. So lots of things going on, but I wanted to share with you what has been going on and what my trip was like. I definitely enjoyed both Seoul and Tokyo so much. Like I feel like in Seoul, you can just like feel that people are very hard working. Like it's definitely the vibe of a big city where people are going to work, and we had a lot of street food and so much shopping. Like you can just get everything. The same for Tokyo. There's just like so much stuff to just see. And also in Tokyo, like all the neon lights and the game arcades. And then that in juxtaposition with the cherry blossoms that we were very lucky to see, and like the temples and the serenity and that whole side. So it's like a very interesting mix, and of course had so much sushi, which I love sushi, so that was definitely an experience. And I loved like those like fast trains where you go into like a sushi bar and then you order from an iPad and it comes to you with this little train. That was so much fun. So I think Tokyo, it's definitely a place that I want to visit again. Also, how women and people in general, but mostly I got inspired by how women dress or girls dress there. It's very different than at least here in Finland or in Scandinavia. So that was also very interesting, and how just to see how people put outfits together and all of that. So I came back with so much inspiration, and now I just feel like need more time to do everything. But that's a really good feeling. So yeah, that was my trip, like a short little, I suppose, like summary of it and what I bought and kind of the trends I saw over there. So right now I am working on both the Salty Days sweater tutorial as well as the Wishbone sweater tutorial. So those are coming up in the next weeks, hopefully. And then I really want to start like some new maybe challenges for the summer and do like more summer knits. So, and also like the crochet bag. Like I really, like last summer I crocheted a full like beach bag and said like, oh, I'm gonna do a pattern and the tutorial, but then like time just ran out. Of course, we also had the wedding and we bought this house and everything. So a lot of things that happened that didn't really foresee. But the crochet bag, that is definitely something that is on my list as well for this summer and upcoming projects. All right, I hope you enjoyed this little chat. I will see you in the next one. Happy knitting. Bye.
tiny